This episode is dedicated to one of the great person of the human history. This is called Rahman Baba. He was the poet of the Pashto language, scholar and religious Sufi leader. Before this presentation continues, you are guided toward our media. Pohantoon is a volunteer platform that informs, educate, and direct the people towards sustainable development. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, follow our website, like our Facebook page, and share all our contents because share is caring. Share is caring. The full name of Rahman Baba is Abdurrahman. His father name is Abdul Sattar Ghuria Khail. He was born in 1632 AD at Peshawar. His forefathers were from Ghazni, the historical place of Afghanistan. His family was migrated from Ghazni to Nangarhar, then to Peshawar. He was born in Peshawar. He belongs to Afghanistan in Pakhtunkhwa. He was died at the age of 57 or 58. He is known as the poet, the scholar, and the religious Sufi leader. He was the poet and has played the role against the negativity in the society. His poetry is full of teachings discouraging the negativity and motivating the positivity of the society. His popular book is called Diwan, or the Anthology of Rahman Baba. He has written many handwritten manuscripts. Beside of his Diwan of Rahman Baba, there are many of his manuscripts written or scattered around the world. Many of them are disappeared. Some of his handwritten manuscripts are in libraries of London, Paris, and Manchester, in the library of Aligarh as well. Rahman Baba was the personality who carefully respect the time. He was very careful personality. He has not only well utilizing his time but also taught us to keep very care of available time, for it will not come back. In one of his poem, Rahman Baba says, "Tir saat pa misal male dilahad day, tir saat pa misal male dilahad day, male chade jwande khade pujala." The translation of this poem is, the time wasted is like a dead body in a grave. No dead body becomes alive by the cry. In this poem, he writes about the importance of the time, and he says to well utilize the time before the time is wasted. Rahman Baba was devoted to human kindness and was always very kind to the humanity. He taught human beings to be devoted. He teaches this message in one of his poems. He says, "Insaniyat se pa daulat na de Rahmana, insaniyat se pa daulat na de Rahmana, but ko jud shi disrozaro insan na de." The translation of this poem is, human kindness is not found in wealth. Rahman, being made of gold, does not make a statue human. He was very devoted to humanity. In this poem, he highly respects the humanity and prioritizes the humanity. Rahman Baba was not only doing good works but also discouraged those who did wrong. In one of his poems, he is very hated to those who are bad doers. Even he boycotts all bad doers through the following poem. He says, "Vraksha bat kirdara bat salai, Vraksha bat kirdara bat salai, kadi ururvi ka azizvi ka bradai." The translation of this poem is, Damned to bad people, bad doers, though he is your brother, friend, or any, he has no compromise toward the bad people. Rahman Baba's teachings were very clear guidelines to the people to good works and never do wrong. He teaches good deeds through the following poem. He says, کر د ګلو کړه چې سیمه دې ګلزار شي، کر د ګلو کړه چې سیمه دې ګلزار شي، ازغي مه کره چې پښو کې به دې خار شي، ازغي مه کره چې پښو کې به دې خار شي. The translation of this poem is, sow flowers that your surroundings become a garden for you, and don't sow thorns, for they will peck your own feet. In this poem, he teaches to be kind and good to everyone in your surroundings, so that surroundings will help you and facilitate you. Rahman Baba believed on personal hard working and self-commitment toward achieving a goal. He encourages all those who believe themselves, who are good by them. He discourages those who wait for others to do for. He says in one of his poem is following, هغه ناوی چې په خپله ښایسته نه وي، هغه ناوی چې په خپله ښایسته نه وي، څوک به یې څه کاندي ښایست د مور او نیا. The translation of this poem is, the bride herself is not beautiful, the bride herself is not beautiful, will not be attracted by the beauty of her mother and grandmother. In this poem, he highly respects the ones who himself work hard, who themselves are very kind, and does not count on the kindness of their relatives, their relation. According to Rahman Baba, true love should be spiritual, with heart toward the Creator who created this system for humanity. He declares his love in the following poem. He says, معشوقی د عاشقانو دین ایمان دی، معشوقی د عاشقانو دین ایمان دی، زه به چا لره خپل دین ایمان ورنکړم. The translation of this poem is, the love of the lovers is their religion and beliefs. I will not lose my beliefs and religion to anyone, or because of anyone, I will not lose my love. He highly respects the true love. Rahman Baba teaches good works to do. He warns his followers to do such deeds so that their result is be back in response, otherwise not. He clarifies this poem in the following. He clarifies this in his following poem. دلته دم او قدم دواړه په حساب دي، دلته دم او قدم دواړه په حساب دي، پل غلط للارې مږده بې حسابه. The translation of this poem is, every action here is counted, every action here is recorded, never take any step without counting. It means that don't ignore any step you are taking. What step you take will be responded. Rahman Baba, even in 265 years ago, was fully informed about the consequences of rapid utilization of natural resources. Though there are numbers of teachings of his followers to consume appropriately, in one of his poems he says, کم خوراک سړی نږدې شي پرښتو ته، کم خوراک سړی نږدې شي پرښتو ته، هر سړی چې بسیار خور شي بسیار خوار شي. In this poem he says, as the translation, he says, less meal makes men closer to angle, less meal makes men closer to angles, those who eat a lot will be broken a lot. And after this, Rahman Baba's teaching teaches us to think before you set a goal, prepare to-do list for, and then follow one by one, and never be deviated from your goal. He says in his poem, in one of his poem, he says, لك وانا مستقيم بخبل مكانيم لك وانا مستقيم بخبل مكانيم كخزان رابان دراشي كبهار. The translation of this poem is, standing on my stance as the tree stands, if there is spring or autumn or no matter to me. And after all, Rahman Baba's teachings are still taught at every education level of Afghanistan and Pakistan in Pakhtunkhwa area. Rahman Baba's poetry and writing manuscripts are translated in various languages. If you want to study his teachings, poems, and written manuscripts, please search in internet. There are lots of documents available to be utilized in your career. Pohantoon Media has tried its best to introduce Rahman Baba. This presentation is voluntarily prepared and is free to be published, shared, circulated, and quoted for education purposes. To find and learn the basic knowledge about the life of world great leaders, great people, please subscribe, follow, like our YouTube channel, Facebook, and LinkedIn and Instagram services. Thank you.